Hi, I'm Kristen. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I have 4 recipes that would be great for after school snacks to put in your lunchbox or an after school snack. So if you'd like to see what they are, then please stay tuned and let's start the video. Okay, first recipe I'm going to share are these granola bars. They say Playgroup granola bars, but my kids are way past that age. But these are really good. These were really soft and chewy. These are, if you want a crunchy granola bar, this recipe isn't it? Because these end up really chewy and soft, and I really like this recipe. My husband recently has found out he's got diabetes, so I have to modify according to that. So I used, sugar-free chocolate chips, and I used almond flour, almond flour I used instead. But yeah, it's in this maple syrup. The recipe called for honey, but I used maple syrup instead, the sugar-free kind, so that my husband could eat these also. And yeah, it just turned out really well. And I used, instead of oil, I used a half a cup of applesauce in place of the vegetable oil. And I added wheat germ and also chia seeds. That doesn't add to any flavor, but it just makes it a little bit more healthy. So then 325 for about 30 minutes. The recipe said 350, but somebody left a review and said cook it at 325 for 25 minutes for softer bars. So that's what I did. And yeah, I just cut these into, whatever kind of bar I wanted, whatever size, and they're good. Everybody really liked them. My husband liked them too. It's just kind of a, a sweet treat in a way for him. Okay, moving on to the blueberry muffins. So I modified this also for my husband, but I will list the full recipe, no modifications on that. But yeah, we have blueberries, a couple blueberry bushes, and I have some left over from this summer, so I thought I wanted to make some blueberry muffins. And I'm using plain Greek yogurt instead of oil, vegetable oil, again, just to bump up the nutrition a little bit here. And it works really well. I usually do this because it makes them like lighter and more tender with the acid from the Greek yogurt, and it always works out really well. So you put your Greek yogurt or your oil into a 1 cup measure, add the egg, and then after that, fill the rest of the way up with milk until it hits the 1 cup mark. That's just how it says to do it in the directions here. But yeah, this is a great recipe. It worked out well. My husband likes them. These could be good for a quick breakfast for your kids in the morning. Just give them a couple mini muffins and, it'll give them a little bit of energy until it's time for lunchtime. So yeah, I'm using frozen berries, not fresh. I pick them, I wash them, and then I just put them in my freezer to use whenever I want. It just works out the best for me. So yeah, that's why the batter's a little bit darker, is because I used oat flour in these. I just buzzed up 1.5 cups of oats to sub out for all-purpose flour, and it's a little bit healthier and better for my husband to eat them that way. So that's what I did. And then you line a mini muffin pan with some liners if you have them. If you don't worry about it. Just fill up the wells, bake at 400 for 12 minutes, and there you go. They look really good. See, I broke one in the middle there so you could see the inside, and they turned out really good. I really like these. My kids like them, so there we go. Okay, now moving on, Chex Mix. I thought Chex Mix could be a good snack food for your kids also. You could add it into their lunchbox also, instead of chips. I mean, there are Cheetos in here, but it's okay. It's all right. But we like this. It's really good. Especially those rye chips. Those are good. Or those, yeah, rye pieces. Those are good. So for the buttery mix, 1 stick of butter, seasoned salt, garlic powder, and one other thing. Oh yeah, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. I never say it right. But it adds it. It goes in, whisk, let it all melt together. And then you're gonna pour it over the snack mix. But you're gonna wanna do just a little bit at a time, mix that in, and then put in some more until you've used up all of your butter. That's just so you don't have like big soggy parts of the Chex Mix where it's like just mixed evenly all the way through and it stays all crunchy. And then dump it onto a large sheet pan lined with parchment paper. Even it out there and stick it in I think it's a 250-degree oven, yeah, for 1 hour. But you're gonna wanna babysit a little bit and stir it every once in a while, like every 15-20 minutes. Get in there and stir it up to make sure it all gets nice and toasted, and it's done. Okay, now moving on to just a nice sweet treat here, monster cookies. These are really, really good. I just made these just a little bit ago. My daughter was like, ooh, you gotta make those. Those look really good. So here we are. I'm making the monster cookies. And these could be, you know, after school, here, have a cookie. You've had a long day at school. Here, sweetie, you know, like that. That's what I do. Okay. So eggs, just mixing up the wet ingredients here. You can use a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer, but I decided to just do it by hand with a good old wooden spoon. Okay, now we're getting together the dry ingredients. We got flour. Now this is the full recipe here. I'm not making any modifications on this one. This one's just good old sugar and flour. Lots of good stuff here. You could also add in wheat germ if you wanted into the dry ingredients. Some chia seeds if you want to bump up the nutrition a little bit. Or cinnamon, that would be good too. Maybe I'll do that next time. But these just turned out really well. Good old monster cookies. Mine did spread a little bit in the picture of the recipe. Like they're more thick and, you know, they stay, you know, they're just thicker. But nonetheless, and I froze my cookie dough for a little bit, just like 15 minutes after I made it, just to make sure that they didn't spread too much. And it worked out well. I'm happy with them. They won't be hanging out very long. I'm sure we'll all eat them. Yeah. So you don't have to, but putting some mini M&Ms on top just kind of adds a little decoration, and you can use those candies to kind of squish down the cookies a little bit. And then 350 for 10 minutes, and that turned out to be pretty good. So yeah, what are the things that you like to make for your kids for lunches or after school? What do you like to do? So leave me a comment and let me know what you like to do for your kiddos going back to school. What are the snacks they like to have? I'd like to know. Let me know, please. So if you like my channel, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys? Have a good day. Bye.